Tsezguerra, he is another guy who went into the game. He was trying to win the game. He didn't want Genthru to win the game. Genthru didn't want him to win the game. They were kind of at odds. They were like, we'll attack Genthru so he doesn't win, Or like, we'll avoid him too because we know that he's dangerous. His net ability is bomber. We could get strapped with bombs and die. But we want to make sure we beat him out. We want to make sure we beat the game because this guy's a fucking issue. And he has certain cards that we need. But we won't want to fall prey to him either. He was kind of the leader of his group. This guy was, I don't even remember what his nun ability was, to be honest, but he wasn't, weak. He wasn't disposed of. He was still there when they went up against Razor. He was still, relevant the whole arc. He was kind of, he can see when, people have, better talent than he does. And he's like, oh shit, this monster called Razor is gonna, might kill us, I would say this guy, Tsezguerra, is a good strategist, to the best of his abilities, and he was catching cards from other people in the game called Greed Island, because that's what they were doing. They were collecting cards so they could win the game. They had to have one of every card, 100 cards, I believe. And then the winner could take one of these cards into the real world. Though Greed Island is in the real world, but it's somewhere else. It's like a island way off in the distance. They found that out later. This guy, Tsezguerra, his strength is at 87%. Speed, 87%. Durability, 89%. 88 for his endurance. And 91 for his intelligence. 90 for his close skills, or experience, my bad. 87 for his close skills, and 86 for his range skills. Recoup's also had 86 for this guy, and 87 for his hack. So overall power score for this guy is 87.7. And that is Tsezguerra from Hunter x Hunter. And he, was only in that arc, I believe. And he was in the beginning or the end of York New City to let them know about Greed Island and shit. And they were like, yeah, we're here to, get on that shit and whatever. But he was kind of like, not to like carry, like to me, he wasn't somebody I was like worried about or like really like, gushing for or anything like that, man. But be cool, call in the corner. Let me know what you think about his scorecard in the comment section. How would you like, do his power ranking, for each stat. But be cool, call in the corner.